I was asked to do a video on some of the foundations that I use. So here's me in all my natural glory, and as you can see, I have really terrible skin. But here's some of the stuff I use, and this is actually one of the things that I spend a little bit more money on because I need all the help I can get. Basically, you see that? Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse is actually, I mean, you can use it all over your face, obviously, because it's foundation, but I kind of like it for a concealer. And you can either use, like, the end of a concealer brush, foundation brush, or little sponges, or your fingers, or whatever. I think these are great for under the eye, this particular foundation. I'll do one side with the concealer brush. And this also helps give my upper eye a little bit of coverage. And then on this one, I'll go on the other eye, I'll go ahead and use the sponge, just because it shows there's not much difference. Other than the fact that the concealer brush, it's more spot on. It's more exactly where you want it. You can get a little bit more. If you don't need a lot of coverage, a good idea sometimes is to barely, I mean just barely, like a drop of water, dampen one of these. It seems to help. Then after that, I use the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse. I actually just got this not too long ago. I like it okay. I think I like the color stays better. This is more oily, but it does have good coverage. I'm going to put some on my brush, and this is going to be way too much. Way too much. It doesn't take much. Do this side with my brush, which, like I said, this is going to be way too much foundation for one side, I'm afraid. I'm going to have to keep blending and blending and blending and blending. It's a lot more time consuming, but you do get a little bit thicker coverage, and it does hide imperfections a lot better, and it doesn't really look too caked on. So when I'm really needing to cover stuff up, I do use this brush. On the other side, I'll use this, and I'm going to dampen it just a little bit because it kind of helps the sponge not to absorb as much of the foundation. More does get on your skin, it goes on a little bit lighter. That light is just horrid. But anyway, as you can see, there's not much difference, which, well, actually, yeah, there is. I didn't figure the camera would show it up that well. See, this side is a lot more blotchy after using this, and this side is a lot smoother with the brush that I used. And because this stuff, now if you use like the color stay, or if you use this all over, you get more of a matte finish. This stuff, because it does give the airbrushed look, I used this, honey. It has more of an oily sheen, like it kind of feels kind of oily. So if you have super oily skin, I wouldn't recommend it, in all honesty. One of the things that I bought not too long, well, actually it was several months ago, were these L'Oreal Bare Natural foundations with the bronzer. It came in like a 3-pack for $25. I don't like spending that much, but if I took each one separately, it's less than $10 a piece, so I kind of made it work in my head when actually it was still $30 for 3 bottles. This is the actual foundation. I don't use it a lot because I've been using the other one. I do use a little bit of the bronzer because I don't wear very much blush. As for those of you who haven't used this stuff. And I just use this for blush because it goes okay with my skin tone. And it makes my face look skinnier. I need all the help I can get. And then this stuff is like, let me read it to you. Soft Focus Mineral Finish. I think it's just supposed to kind of make everything even and smooth and not so much of a... That light is just glaring. I'm sorry, you can't see that. But that's what I use for foundation. Yeah, that side looks so much better. So if you can afford it, these are, wow, my need's cleaned. $5, $5.50 maybe at Walmart. It's more than I like to spend on a single brush. But if you want a lot more flawless coverage and great like spot concealer, this is actually really, really good. So that's it for that video, and since I'm here, I might as well do a makeup video. I'll stop this one and do another one.